You can go watch on everyone. All right, welcome everybody to our second annual, that's not even annual, second time doing our Q&A. We are not financial advisors. Nobody on this call is a financial advisor, and none of this information should be taken as such. This is purely entertainment. No risky, no premium. We got Jazzy J Banks in the studio with us tonight. No, we got Justin with us too. What up, Jay?
What's up?
Yeah, man of many words. Okay, so we'll just start it right off. You want to get out? You want to do like Trend Spider or stock? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Can you guys see Trend Spider?
Yeah. Can you guys see Justin's screen right now?
Because I had it on a different monitor, so I just want to make sure you guys are seeing the Trend Spider.
It says warning.
Warning.
Warning. Do you see the Neo chart right now?
If you see it, great. So everybody else should see it.
Oh yeah, I see it. No, I see it. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Everyone sees it. All right, cool. All righty. So Win says, can you show how you spot support? Yeah. I mean, we can just use this Neo chart. Fuck it.
Yeah, I can really just use this. So like, if you guys watch my videos, like I said, I use the 5 minute and the 1 minute. I'll mostly say on the 5 minute chart when I'm day trading, I'll go to the 1 minute if the 5 minute looks bearish to see in the short term reference of if it is going to turn bearish or if I still have time. But anyways, so yeah, if we're just going to find support here, we could just go here. Obviously, you could see this white line. It's a VWAP that already kind of is giving us a support. The reason I would say that support is because it would be at the top of this wick. You have the top of this wick and the top of this wick. And then you have this accumulation right here. So you can see that's heavy support. It supported on top of these wicks and candles. So you could obviously draw a support line right there.
And yep, then I would draw it obviously on that triple bottom after the morning flush, right? Because this is what, the 5 minute. So you can see the first 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, it it flushed down, right? And then it had a pop up and then it came, so it made a higher low. So that's where I would pay attention to that first higher low you see at about, between 9 and 10 o'clock on this chart, right? Yeah. That's what I would start really paying attention to. It didn't come back down to the low of the day, right? So if you look there, look, it bounced off it 3 times. You could have played that 3 times off a bounce, right? Just seeing that on the short term. That's just the short term. Now, like let's go let's do like the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, zoom it. Okay, yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, you can see the support. You can see it on what day is this? November 10th. November 10th. Do you see how all those wicks, all the bodies are all at the same level on the downside for if you're looking at just support? Yeah. Right? All the wicks just go through and touch in there. That's obviously support right there. And then Justin already drew the resistance above. But even if you were to like zoom out, yeah, even just going back, you can see even when it broke through the support, it always made its way back. So you could chart right in there if you wanted to. If you zoomed out even more, like on the daily, it might even tell a different story too. Yeah, you can see it's definitely, if it's broken through that support, it immediately came back to it, right? So that's why sometimes you guys are like, well, I don't really know where I draw that line, yada, yada. I'm like, anytime it's broken through, the next day it's come back, it's still support, right?
And you can also look like in the history, you can see it's found support here. It's found support reversed here, bounce off of that line. You can see that there's been accumulation, a lot of support in this area as well in the back.
Yep.
So,
yep.
We go to the daily. I mean, yeah, we could just draw for like a long term.
Yeah, I'll probably put it. Yeah. Yeah, there's always talks about like that 30 level, right? That 30 level.
And it's off of, and then also you can see this is a strong support because it's off of right at a break
Yeah, like a
before a
big breakout.
breakout. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could see that there was a little bit of struggle between the Bulls and the Bears right here, but then there was a break. So that's usually right before a break is a good support area as well. You could see it touched here,
Yeah. And what I like
kind of touched
then
here.
what I like about Neo is like you could actually draw like a little like a uptrend because it's at a higher low, right? So you could actually
Yeah.
take a little trend line up from where that green circle is on June, between May and June, right? We took like just a regular like line, clicked it, and then yeah, drew it up. You're like, cool. Now I know I've got some bottom support. And then you could also do it from the top, right? Like the
Yep.
top side coming down from the, I think that's even, you can go from the all time high. I think you could actually go way back if you,
Yeah, you
I
can.
think it's still holding that. Yeah. I think because I charted this the other night.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I did. Right. It's still holding that, right? It's ready to break out though, right? That's what it seems like. It's ready to go. So yeah, that would be called, you could either call that a pennant. You know, sometimes they get confused with the flag, with the pennant. This one is definitely, I would call this either a pennant or a wedge would be, but I think it's definitely more a pennant.
Yeah, I mean it's in a channel too, essentially.
Yeah. But you know, so
In
you
this
know,
section.
guys, you see here why he's drawing that line, right? Because the most recent time it tried to break out, it couldn't get through that 54-ish. It couldn't get through. So now you know if we're gonna break out of this little downtrend, or not downtrend, to break out of the pennant, excuse me, you're gonna break out of the pennant. You're probably gonna target 50 or above, right? And notice here, look at all that volume shelf he has. I mean, there's so much volume on that area that it's sitting in, right now.
And there's even a trend from here to here as
Yeah,
well that
short
you
term
could
too.
draw a short-term trend here that you could look at. So essentially it does look like it's either going to break up or down
I
right
think with
here.
the EB being hot, Rivian just fucking being
Looks like it wants,
outrageous. I
yeah.
think Neo's next, like what Justin and I were talking about today for sure. Um, and then Topher even says on the weekly, it looks even more clear, more defined, probably.
Oh yeah. Long.
Oh yeah. So you guys see that run up from pretty much that March. You know, Neo really started taking off in March. You know, they're about the first time I ever played Neo. I bought $2 puts on them because they were filing for bankruptcy or about to. They're about to file for bankruptcy. Um, so like funny story there. But yeah, you could see it here. Look how solid you could draw this right at 33. Right. Then you can even draw your own little downward trend line from the all-time high. Oof, sexy. So it could consolidate a little more, but I think Neo's next. I
I
definitely think
mean,
Neo is next, 100%.
it's above the 20 on
And it's
on
above
the
the 20
weekly.
too.
I like
Look
that.
at that MACD, right? Look at those green histograms. If we can get above that signal line, and this is just a weekly, so these moves are going to take longer to play out. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically how you go to find support and resistance. You want to look, basically, you want to know, hey, the last time the stock traded in this area, if you have that information, what the fuck happened, right? Did they buy it up or did they sell it off? Okay, and at that point you'll know it's support or resistance. All right, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. All right. Let's see. Can you discuss how you find the entry point for SPY options, Kevin? Oh wait, no.
So I hope that helps. I mean, that's pretty much how you find support and resistances. And then yeah, when you draw lines like this for like a wedge or like stuff like that, then it becomes more of a trend line versus like, which is the same thing, but it'd be called a trend line versus like your support and resistance line.
Yep. Joel asks, "What's something you wish you knew when you first started trading?" Oof. Huh. Fuck, so many things. I mean, pretty much all my rules. Like, if I have a rule or like a little dumb, corny saying that I say to you guys, like plan the trade, trade the plan, see profit, take profit, like, don't be greedy, like all those, like, always another play, you got to hit the base hits, don't stick around to, like, don't rob the bank and stick around to see if the cops show up. Like, literally, all those rules are from like times when I started out trading where I wish I fucking knew them now because it would have saved me a fuck ton of money and a lot of stress too. I mean, you guys know this is working with money is not the easiest job, especially when it's your money and it's on the line all the time, right? So, that's why I say like buy less. Like when you buy less and you actually buy, when you get into a trade with an amount that you're actually okay with losing, like if the full investment went to zero, right? You will trade it differently because you are not going to be as emotionally tied to it. And that's why, like Dylan, I don't know if Dylan's in this call right now, but like Dylan's taking like 1K to like 30 or 40. I don't know what he's at now. Hopefully, he gives us an update here soon. But because he made a point where he said, guys, I started with $1,000. I had 100% risk tolerance. I did not care if I lost all of it. So it took pretty much all the emotions out. Right. So now he trades his plan without emotion, without all the noise, right? Like last week, if you couldn't handle all that noise of all that choppiness before the Friday explosion, you would have had a pretty bad week, like a pretty stressful week. Oh my fucking god, everything's bleeding. I'm gonna lose all this money. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then everything went fucking ripper magoo, right? Right. So that's my main one. That's when I say like buy less, chill, do less, and fucking chill. Just chill. Just chill. Okay. But good question, Joel. I don't know, Justin, you want to add something to that one? The what do you wish you knew when you first started trading?
Yeah, that you have time. So
Oh
I
yeah, that
mean
too. Yeah, there's always
that
another play. I think actually that was probably one of the best ones.
yeah, there's always another play. You have time. Like this isn't like a get rich overnight I
No.
thing. If if the saying's true, if you chase money, the money's gonna run from you. So I
Yep.
mean, just like you gotta find out your rules, what you like, what indicators are good, what indicators you don't like, and just like really find what works for you. Instead of always trying to like copy other people or just like take this play or take that play, like understand like what works for you. How can you find like a good setup, a good entry? Because it really is like when you break it down and you understand a chart, like it becomes simple, like really simple.
Yep.
Obviously, we make mistakes. The chart goes against us sometimes. We're human, so we have that mental factor to it. But I mean, it does get pretty simple. So just I think another thing is to try to simplify everything
Yeah.
and cut the noise.
Yep. Yep.
Just
Yeah. Cut the noise. So that's why we say get the fuck off of Twitter.
yeah.
Like Twitter is the worst noise ever. Like the worst.
I mean, you see what I trade with and I day trade. I don't use MAs. Sometimes I'll use the 20, sometimes I'll use the 8, but really I just use these three. RSI, MACD, accumulation. And then I look at the chart, look at support, resistance, and that's it. Like
Yep.
that's literally how simple I keep it when I trade. Obviously, I look at the price shelf, the volume, sentiment. So there's like a little bit more into it, but
Yep.
I don't know. That's how I keep it simple.
Yep.
So just try to keep it simple.
Also keep it simple. That's another one. I mean, we
Yeah.
could just go off the list. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah, just don't. But yeah, the biggest thing is don't overcomplicate it. It looks really confusing. It looks crazy. Like I
Yeah.
know looking at this chart when you like first start is like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, just keep it simple.
Like literally all Trail does when he trades SPY is he trades like the KJI or whatever that is. Because I don't even use that. And then he uses just like whatever the he uses a daily 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute trend. And he has them all on different charts and he'll know the short term and he'll just look at what the MACD is doing. Like that's literally all how he trades it. And he's very successful at it. I trade it literally. I'm watching all the stocks that are actually in the S&P 500. I'm looking at what the banks are doing. I'm looking at what the rates are doing. I'm looking at the VIX. And it's like that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be wrong. Like I can only be right and he can only be wrong, or he can only be right and I can only be wrong. Like that's not it. There's more than one way to skin a cat too. That's why every trader is like you find your own little like thing that works for you, right? And then you just do it over again, over and over and over and over until it becomes boring. until it becomes like robotic and emotionless. Like I'm telling you, and that's how the greatest traders make money. Because if you can't cut your emotions from everything, you will get burnt. Burnt. Okay. Alrighty. CJ asks, would you be able to show us your option screen and explain what everything is? CJ, let's yes. I was gonna talk to Justin about maybe having a Thirsty Thursday Lottos. I'll run it on my screen so that I can just be the one that opens it up, because I think for a lot of people, when we try to switch the screen over to mine, it doesn't end up working, or it doesn't end up recording it. So that's a good question. Can we save that for Thursday? And I'll literally show you guys everything, and I'll explain way more. Is that okay, CJ? Just because I don't know right now, it's gonna probably fuck some shit up. Yeah. Okay. Cool. He says thanks. Yeah, and I'll just go through a full thing, just how I do the Friday Lottos, where I show how I add it to the watch list and like everything. I'll show you guys everything. Okay. And I've also posted my link, like my TOS link, where if you guys want like my exact setup, all you have to do is click the link and it'll open up your TOS with my setup. And then you can make it your own from there if you want, or you can keep the exact screen or the exact same. Okay. Can you discuss the how you find entry points on SPY options? Literally, man, we are buying at resistance if we're playing puts, and we're buying at support if we're playing calls. Like that's it. Like we definitely don't overcomplicate that one. Like the reason why I bought the puts today was because if you look, like if you just go, yeah, 30-minute will work perfect. Actually, you know what? Do the 4 hours so they can see the last all-time high. Okay, so you see that double top. Obviously, it did not get through. Okay, perfect. And we're in OPEX week. There's at least one down day. So we went ahead and bought the Friday puts, right? We bought the Friday puts. Why did we buy those calls? Ready? And we'll just go back here to November 10th. November 10th. That red candle down with the long wick. The big red candle. Yeah, that one. Okay. We had this level right here, right, which was about 41 and some change, almost 462. We said, if you guys remember, we said, hey, if it gets down there, you should definitely play that bounce long, right? And we did. We played the bounce long. It bounced up really nice. And then what did it go do? It literally went up to try resistance at this point, right? Straight up to try resistance, that short-term resistance there. Then it went through and we got up. Okay, so now we know that's the top is in for now, right? So that's why we played the puts there. Okay. You can do really, really well on SPY if you just wait. To play support and resistance. That's it. So sometimes on some choppy days, it's hard to play, and you're not going to have. But if you get on a day where you catch it off resistance and you bought those puts, and tomorrow like we have a big down day, or Thursday we have a down day because we bought the Friday puts, like you will bank very nicely. You just have to plan that trade. You got to know it's probably going to come down to 467-ish first, then 465 is next, then we know 464 is next, then we know 462 is next. Okay, to the downside. All right. So hopefully, I forgot who asked that. Damn it. Where we go? Can you discuss how you find it? Okay. Kevin asked that. Kevin, hopefully that helped. I don't know if you responded.
And you might be asking yourself, it didn't hit resistance or hit support, but it did.
Yeah,
it hit on top of this wick.
Yeah, literally that point, I had that draw. Yeah, I think on mine I had 460, 196 or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, he said definitely help. Thanks. Okay, cool. Alrighty. How do you determine the price? How do you determine the price targets when it's above all-time high? That's a tough one because nobody really fucking knows. That Logan asked that. So okay, people are gonna say they do know. Some people say if it's a big board, they say there's a 1% run above all-time high. Some people say there's a 10% run above all-time high. Just depends on what the stock's trading at. Like, you know, what a lot of people use are fib extensions, which the next video I'm doing is actually going to be all on fib extensions. Which Fibonacci is just a mathematical sequence. It's been around forever. It's named after, actually forgot his first name, Fibonacci, though is his last name. I'm pretty sure he's been around forever. basically take it by adding the first two numbers and then adding every number before it. So if you have like 1 and 3 equals 4, then you do 4 plus the number before it is 3, right? Then you get 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11, right? So you see how that's how they get the sequence going, right? So for the retracement, what it does is it measures a percentage that a stock would pull back after a run higher. Or you can also do a extension, which is after the stock pulls back, it'll actually give you a future possible target based off of percentages that it can run to. If I were to actually give you guys a full breakdown on here, it would take the whole time. So who asked that? Logan asked that. Great question. My next video is on that. Justin and I might do that video together, actually.
Ooh, I'd like that.
Yeah, because he knows it as well. So I think it'd definitely be a good one. But hopefully, Logan, just know we're gonna get that out to you guys ASAP. Let's see. Oh, you also asked, where do you have your link set up? Or link posted? You know what? I'll just post it again right now, right in our chat. Set up. I want to share it. Share workspace. No risky setup. Share name should be unique. Bitch, that is unique. No risky setup. Let's put it as no risky. Okay.
Yeah, I need to get a soundboard so we can have like our little.
I know.
It's like no risk, no premium.
Okay, control V. Okay, let me put this in here. I just want to make sure I do it right now before I forget. Nice. Okay, cool. It is in the water cooler chat right now. Okay, cool. All right, so hopefully that answered your question. I think that was Kevin or Logan, one of the two. Okay, let's see here. Next one. Jason says, you mentioned new things coming for Rules of Wealth. Give us some insight into what's ahead. Should we just tell him, Justin? We kind of told him already.
Yeah.
So guys, basically what we're doing here is we're going to incorporate an entire like health and nutrition side to the entire Discord and make it available for you guys to have access to Sherlyn, which if you guys don't know who Sherlyn is, she's just a fucking badass, honestly. But Sherlyn has been training for many, many, many years. She's been a sports spokesperson for many, many companies. She has trained with all of the best athletes. She has won numerous titles in numerous classes, which not many people have done. Anyway, she's fully accredited nutritionist, trainer. I mean, she is the person that you want to talk to, right? And she is more than willing to talk to you guys to help put a plan together for you. And then she's also going to want, if you guys want anything extended, like a service that's a little bit more personalized, you can go and speak to her for a consultation. So she could train you. She can get you a meal plan. She can tell you supplementation. She can give you exact workouts. She can do video workouts with you guys, right? So guys, your health is your wealth. Because motherfucker, if you're not healthy, then you cannot trade. You're gonna die. And that means you can't trade, you can't make money. Okay, that is the truth. And also, because of how stressful this job is, like, you need an outlet. And to me, my whole life, I've always been in pretty good physical shape. It has led to great mental health. Okay, great mental health. So that's why we're always talking about get out, get away from your screen, go on a walk, get some vitamin D, see the sun, lift some weights. I don't know, do anything. Right, but don't be cooped up inside. Don't eat bad all the time. Okay. So Jason, I'm sorry, Justin, you want to add anything to that? Did I miss anything?
No. Yeah. I mean, that's it for now. Yeah.
Oh, for now, we also have other things coming too, which
I mean, obviously we have like long-term plans, but
we've got very, very much long-term plans, which is all part of the wealth building.
But the short term is the whole fitness side build out.
Yep.
That's going to be what's next for us.
So maybe some tank tops, some sweatshirt or some sweatpants, some actual
gym bags,
stuff like that is all coming. So Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Okay. Let's see. Trey says Twitter is an indicator for FOMO. Yes. If you want to know what you're missing out on, go ahead and go on Twitter. And you want to chase something, go ahead and go on Twitter.
Yeah, it's already been running and it's like up 20%. And they're like, hey,
hey,
buy
everyone should buy
this.
this still.
Okay.
Because I want to sell my shares to you. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Okay. Felipe says, can you explain the fitness side of the group? Okay, just did. Perfect. BK. Bradley's in here. What up, B? He says, car chart, please. Car chart. I don't know if you guys are playing that on the comment side. Am I going to get my head squeezed off in the AM?
Oh, it looks good on the 4 hour.
Wow, that pennant. That 4 hour looks real nice. Look at that. Is that on the daily a bullish engulfing as well? What I saw?
I think so.
That is definitely a bullish engulfing candle on the daily, which is
24% of the float is short.
That's
like
huge.
That.
That's huge on a stock that's 280. On a stock that's 280, that's a huge number to me.
Yeah, because the market cap is 19.6 billion, right? I mean, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I mean, 24% short on that is pretty. That's a lot of money. So,
and I don't see. I'm looking at my TTM squeeze. I'm not seeing anything about the fire. It could very well. I know that there are the monthly options for this. I wonder what they look like for. Aren't that many contracts traded? What a. Surprised there's not more contracts. There's actually more open interest on the put side, which is interesting, but could also be a part of that squeeze. You would just think back above 300, it's definitely got room to run another like 50 points.
I mean, yeah, at least to like 295. But see, I mean, the MACD crossed over down.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, what was this question?
Still above the 20 though. I'm
gonna get my head squeezed off name. Are you short? Is he short? Car.
Are you short? I don't know. Are you sure? Bradley? Are you sure right now?
Are you short? Is that why you think you're gonna get your head squeezed off? Maybe. We'll see if he types in something. But I mean, it can. Jason says, Ripper Magoo, I'm keeping that one. Yeah, I'm full of them, man. I'm full of them. You are short. Okay, he is short.
Okay.
So maybe. You know, the options chain doesn't give me any insight to think it's gonna rip fucking higher. Actually, the put side is more loaded.
Yeah, I mean on the daily, the MACD crossed under.
Yeah.
RSI is still a little hot.
The only thing is the bullish engulfing on the daily. That's it though.
Yeah.
But you would think if we get a bloody day this week on SPY, which we should with OPEX, that the rest of the market will probably be off, and all those things that are super overvalued will probably get torn down too.
I mean, it's above the 20 though on all the like time frames, which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a bullish.
I mean, yeah, so that's
long term. I think it's a good short because I don't think it's worth $280 a share or whatever, especially when it was at whatever. What was it at before? Like under 100 the whole time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was pretty much. It was under 200, and then it really had that rocket candle. We'll see. I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Best of luck to you though on that trade. She ended up running up. Saw a run up to then started for a quick scalp down. Ended up running on me. Started the day around 264. You would think end of week she'll definitely have a bloody day under 272, like one of them. So we'll see. Short term, yes, I think you're going to be okay. Okay. What do you have your link posted? Okay, guys, I posted the link. Sorry, I'm just going through all the questions here. Is there a difference between support and resistance and pivot points, midpoints? I'm using pivot points on TOS to get my support and resistance during trading on the 1 minute chart. think I'm jumbling all together on my end. So hey, the pivot points, what pivot points are is it takes all of the day's prior data, right? It'll take the open price, it'll take the high, it'll take the low, and it'll take the close and divide it by 4. That's your pivot. That's your actual pivot. So above that, you should be bullish. Below it, you should be bearish. You guys haven't watched my video, I go over it. I tell you exactly what it's doing. Now, those to me, the resistance 1, resistance 2, those are all just off of previous day data. That's it. That's it. Right? When Justin and I start looking at a lot of places to get support and resistance, we'll go back way more than a day. Right. So we can get those like a way more solid. But if you're just looking at intraday and you just want to be in and out, those daily support and resistances that are on, and definitely S1, which is support 1, and then R1, which is resistance 1, those are decently accurate. It'll probably bounce within that range. So what I'll tell you is this: if there's like a R1, like that is also a huge resistance level that you've already mapped out for the day yourself, like you already charted it, then that's going to be pretty fucking good. That'll probably be a sure one. Like that's what I like to see. So that's why I keep the pivots up to see if they match up with any of the levels that I currently already have. Okay, Kevin. Hopefully that helped. Okay, dokie. Okay, definitely. Okay. Entry points at support, or do you let it turn up first? Yeah, you definitely want the confirmation, right? So like you want it to bounce, and you want it to be like a healthy bounce, right? So you can buy, if it's like big support, you can buy it to swing for sure. But definitely like, definitely let it show you. Definitely see that there's some buyers that are coming, right? I let it turn up for just a bit, and if I have a little down after the bounce, then I'll get in usually there. All righty. Okay. Trey said, do you ever add delta and gamma to find the exit price of an options for premiums? You can. I do not personally. I actually don't really look at the delta or the Greeks, guys. I'll be honest with you.
Wow. Are you
people might find
serious?
that's like surprising. But like when Justin and I map out these support and resist, like that's where we're selling. Or when I get to a percentage, right? Like when I get to a percentage, I'll say I'm gonna sell like X when it gets to this level or this percentage first. Okay. And then sometimes, like on Snap, like I was thinking I wanted 100%, right? We ended up settling for 80, but 80 was a sure thing. So I took it. And someone will be like, well, I thought the plan was to do the gap fill. Like that can still be the plan. You can also get back in, but right now I saw profit and I wanted to take profit, right? So just know that. But I personally know I don't use delta or gamma personally, Trey. If you're good with delta or gamma, then maybe we can have you on and you can do your own little we can have you give some information to some of the members.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Special Trey himself. Okay. Jason said, yeah, 100% for Sherlin, what we said on Sherlin. She got him a meal plan over the phone in depth, got me rolling in no time. See, guys, she is here to help. We're partnering with her for a reason, because not only is she probably the best trader in here, and that's no cap, she's also probably the best fitness person in here as well. Okay.
I mean, she was a trainer at Gold's
She
Gym,
trained at the Gold's
Venice
Gym
Beach.
in Venice Beach, where you guys know where Muscle Beach, like anyone who's anyone in that industry has trained there. Okay.
And she was a trainer.
And she was a trainer there. Okay, so just think about that. Right? Okay, cool. All righty. Are Lucid and Rivian going to bleed tomorrow? I have no idea. They're acting like Tesla when Tesla went from 700 to 1200.
Dude, Rivian
or just every day, just nonstop,
stupid.
just nonstop every day. Which like for me now, I'm like, okay, you don't get in front of those freight trains now because they're just going. They're going. The market, the EV sector market cap literally makes 0 sense. So it shouldn't be a part of your thing. Like you can sit here and bitch and moan and be like, oh my God, well, they're just like their market cap just totally doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, you know what does make sense? There are way more buyers than there are sellers, so we're gonna play what's in front of us, right?
The
So
whole
that's why,
stock market doesn't make sense.
yeah, and the whole, yeah, I'm like, so that's why I cut, right? That's why I cut my put, which, okay, I do want to touch on this real quick, guys. When I put a lotto, okay, I know there might be some people that are new to this in here still. When I put lotto, LOTTO, like a lottery ticket is what that stands for, right? For example, when you walk in to buy a lottery ticket at the liquor store, and you're saying, I'm going to spend $1, $5, $10, $100, $20, whatever it might be. I don't give a fuck. Okay. But when you're spending that in your head, you've already decided, listen, no matter what happens, if I don't win, I'm okay. I'm not going to ask for a refund. I'm not going to get upset if I lose. But if I win, motherfucker, I'm rich as hell. Like rich as hell. Goddamn. Okay. So on these lotto plays, guys, you need to truly, truly buy what actually can go to zero, what you're okay with going to zero and letting it play out. My plan today on that trade was like, listen, we got to get below the low of the day, right? And I thought we might see some sellers in the close. And I said, but if we go past the high of the day, I'm out. I'm out. This thing wants to go higher. That's what it's telling me. It did pretty much a cup and handle on the 5 minute. And I said, I'm out. Okay. I said, I'm out. But you know what? Maybe it wants to go to the psychological level because I'm also looking at the call side, which is heavy as fuck. And those are like, it's heavy above 200. Like the 220s got annihilated. 100% return on the initial IPO price is over 200. Okay. The psychological level is 200. Everything is telling me it's 200. So I got out. I said, fuck it. Okay. I said, fuck it. But there's a lot of people that are like, oh, we sold or oh, we this. And it was like, no, guys, it was a lotto. Buy less. And then your plan, you should have made a plan around it too. Okay. You should have made a plan around it. Okay. So I just want to make that point very clear to everybody in here because, you know, we took that L today. Okay. We took it. But you know what? We're going to come back and short it. We are. Just when. We're going to be strategic about it too. We're going to buy more time on it. Right. But we're probably going to wait until that 200 level. Right. Probably wait until that 200 level. Okay. So I wanted to just make that clear for everyone. But Kelly asks, Lucid and Rivian, are they going to bleed tomorrow? I mean, you would think they're a little overextended. And if we get a down day, they would. But there is a lot of positive sentiment behind this. Right. A lot of positive sentiment. It could very well have a down day. Could very well have a down day, but I don't know. You're gonna have to trade what's in front of you. I wouldn't just go out the gate tomorrow buying calls. Buying puts just cause you want it to go down, right? I would watch. I would wait to see what that one wants to do personally.
And we still have like what 100 or like, Rivian is double the amount of Lucid for market cap,
Oh yeah.
and they don't even have any cars made.
Like, are there any Rivian cars on the market? Like, I think there's like a
showroom. I think
there's
showroom.
like a handful. There's like a handful.
Is there a no, there isn't. Just kidding. That's Polster. I think there's a Polster at Santa Monica, right?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those.
Isn't there?
Being here in LA and Orange County, there's a ton of those Polestar cars. There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Is that GGPI? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's I was surprised how many I've seen. Like, which is cool though. But like, I'm still waiting to see my first Neo car. I am still waiting for that. But I don't think they haven't expanded to the US yet. Okay. Kelly, I hope that helped. Oh, second question. For day trading, do you look at the 5 or 30-minute chart, and what charts do you use for swing trading? So, Justin, I don't know if you want to take this one right after me, but
yeah, whatever.
I'd say the swing trade, you're going to look on the higher time frames to understand the overall trend of the chart and where the stock is going. Day trading, I definitely look. I do 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour just to see the trend of what's happening, right? So I don't know, Justin, if you want to take it further.
Yeah. So for day trading, I use the 5-minute, and I go to the 1 minute. So I could just use example real quick. Prague. Yeah, so I was trading the 5-minute on this all day. Sorry. But yeah, so for day trading, I use a 5 minute. I think it's pretty reliable to see, like, when to sell. Obviously, MACD curls down, time to sell. MACD curls back up, time to buy. I mean, there's other indicators too, but yeah. So for day trading, I do 5 minute and the 1 minute. I go to the 1 minute if I want to see something a little bit more in a shorter time frame than the 5 minute, just to make sure I know that the trend is holding true.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, for longer swings, it'd be like more of the 4 hour and the daily to the weekly.
Yeah, the swings you would want to find like those real long term, like good support bottoms that which what we did on like we did it on Snap, we did it on ATVI, right? What was the other one? Fuck, we did it on, and we found massive support, right? And then we played the calls off it, or we bought the commons off it, right?
Yeah.
So if you see where it's at right now, actually to the left of where it had a big, or go down a tad. Yeah. You see over here to the left a little bit, right there where this bottom was. Yeah, where this bottomed out. You can see how it came
This one or
down.
this one?
No, to the left of that, of the real bottom. Yeah, that one. That
Yeah.
local bottom, you would call it. Yeah, you can see where it pretty much almost came down to that level again. You know. So you can see for now, that's a local bottom for now. But I'll tell you what, Beyond Meat is in trouble. They are in trouble. I know a lot of people want to swing them long, and it did bounce pretty nicely, but like,
Well, they used to be good, but yeah, I think it's the wane in support.
I think if they
Like,
were more of a COVID hot stock because everyone was staying at home. So everyone's like, oh my God, let's buy this fake meat because it's healthier. And everyone was all, remember, everyone had their whole, the DIY, get yourself better at home, whiten your teeth. That's why they're like teeth whitening, the SDC, the Smile Direct Club, like the Peloton, all that at home shit went nuts. Right. And Beyond was one of those. Like Beyond went nuts. Plus, Beyond's always like shorted super heavy too, it seems. Always got a big short interest.
looks like it could go fill the gap. VWAP's going to be a test for sure.
Yeah, so there's a
It
gap
is.
fill up. So yeah, Kelly, I hope that helped. Definitely look at like the shorter like time frames. I would say under an hour if you're like day trading any of them, 5, 15, 30. One, and then I like the 4 hour and the daily and the weekly, honestly. When you're looking, just you want to understand what's the long term of this like trend of what's going on.
And honestly, I know stock charts is kind of like, I don't want to say beginner. I mean, it is a
dude. I
it's
started
not
with stock
though.
charts, dude. Like
It-
stock charts. That's how I know the real traders is when they open up stock charts or they're posting their stock charts on Twitter. I'm like, he's an OG. He's been around for a minute.
I mean, they have a lot of shit. Like they do have education, a bunch of shit. Anyways, I mean, stock charts is a good one to see. They like really break it down for you in really easy, plain terms of like, if you want to swing a stock, I wouldn't use it for day trading. Definitely not. But for swinging the stock, you have, I mean, you have, I mean,
You
look
can
at
easily
it.
set some
Look at
levels.
it.
Like it's very
Yeah,
easy and it's
easy.
very straightforward.
Yeah.
Right. Like very straightforward. You can see
You
easily
see it's
like
oversold.
the gap
right
fill up is
here.
94 or whatever,
Yeah.
like it's 95. Like you're like, all right, that's the target. Like easy, you see that. And I think you can draw on this chart now.
No, yeah, you can. And then you want to set it to 20.
Yeah, then you want to get the
So that's
20,
your
50, 200-day
3.
moving average. You're like, all right, worst case, it'll want to go back to the 20, right?
Yeah. So
And it gives you that MACD, it gives you the RSI. You're like, it's oversold. All right. It's probably going to go back to at least 50 RSI because you see it keeps on banging its head off the 50 on the RSI, right? So like, it's probably going to go back up there so you can get a bounce for sure, right?
oh, and another thing. So this is actually a thing to read a chart. If the stock comes down, so say it's up here and the stock comes down, bearish. If this line goes back up but doesn't get above 60 RSI and turns back down again, it's gonna be in a bearish trend after that. So you need to make sure that this line gets back above 60 RSI to confirm a reversal of a bullish trend. Otherwise, if it curves back down and doesn't reach that 60 RSI, then it will.
That's a bullish trend, guys. That's not just a pop or a bounce, right? That's like the entire daily chart is now reverse. It's in a reversal, right? That's what that means.
Yeah.
So if it's in a downtrend, you need to get that motherfucker above 60. Yes.
Yeah, because you could see here, yeah, it did pop. You have a pop right here, right? But it turned back around. So it just keeps not going back up. You know,
So
it's not
that's
gonna
why
go
I said,
60,
guys, it's probably, what's it gonna do after this dip? It's probably gonna try to go back to 50,
50.
maybe, right?
I
So
think we could
you know
see
there's gonna be a little
85.
pop,
Yeah.
right? Okie dokie. So let's see. Okay. I want to keep rolling here. We're almost coming up to an hour, guys. These are great questions. Hopefully, Jess and I aren't running through them like too quick. But we want to get you guys information. Want to make sure everyone's just up to speed. Obviously, this is always for all of you guys. Topher says they came out with meatballs and called them meatballs. Yeah, that's talking about Beyond Meat. Yeah, Beyond Meat, man. I don't know. That's beyond me. All right. Here all week. All right. So Kelly says thoughts on the Peloton with the stock offering. So yes, I think I saw Penniless maybe was giving that to us. Yeah, look at that. Jesus.
I mean, I think it's already priced in, right?
I think it
That's what
might
the
be
shop?
priced. What did it?
What was the date of that article? Was it today that it came out?
Oh, Kelly's Penniless. I'm sorry, Kelly. But yeah, I know. Yeah, that come out today, I think. Or was it? Is that what caught? No, the gap down was earnings, right?
Probably.
It had to be, I think. Oh boy, no. Wait. No, that must have come out yesterday. What happened yesterday to make it go down to 43? That must have been the offerings. That was me today. It's all good. After hours, it got down to like 43 yesterday. I don't know if you have that on your chart. Oh yeah, I think it shows it. 43. Did it get down to $43 a share? Does that show? Oh yeah. Oh no, 46. It closed at 46, and then it dipped after hours down to 43, but then it rocketed back up today. It went like from it was up like 8 points, up 15%. Jesus.
I mean, the MACD's curling for sure.
You know, I would definitely look for a possible back test here of this breakout level.
I can see 60. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see definitely getting to 60, but I wait for it to cool off a bit.
Wait, but there's an offering though. When is
the offering? So do we know when that offering is coming?
It is. Sorry, it's in the article, I think.
She posted it. I know she posted it.
Let me look. Penny Lane. I mean, on November 4th, analysts asked whether Peloton needed additional cash to deal with Shift. Finance chief said, cutting the chase, we don't see the need for any additional capital raise based on our current outlook.
Oh yeah. Didn't Peloton also kill that little kid that like walked into? No, sorry. That sounds
wow.
That sounds horrible. Wow.
I think they did.
A infant child, unfortunately, was killed.
Jesus Christ.
Peloton's murdering people. No, he was killed. He walked into the back of the treadmill because it was too high off of the ground. So he basically got sucked up underneath, which is awful. But they got a lot of heat for that. I mean, they had to recall like all of them, which to me, I thought they're an idiot. They should have just made a component that they can snap onto the back that's like a fucking guard pretty much, so you couldn't get sucked in there. And you could have probably done that for way cheaper than recalling every fucking machine anyway. That hurt them a lot. And then they've also had to drop the prices. So what happens when someone drops prices, guys? Talk about this. Tesla had to raise their prices like 3 times in a month to keep up with. It starts with a D, ends with a meh, and demand. Yes. Demand, baby. Yeah. So if you're dropping prices, that's because you have too much. Starts with an S, goes to U, P, P, L, Y. You got too much shit. You got too much overhead. You got too much supply, right? So you drop prices to induce buyers or consumers to come purchase from you. So that's definitely not a good sign of healthy business. Yeah, Trey says we teach in economics in here. Yes, I'm a finance econ guy myself, so I
We
know a
are.
tad bit. I know I can tell you enough of this, motherfucker. We're printing way too much money to think that inflation is only going to be short term. Okay, this shit, this shit's just getting started. They'll see, and they're already talking about wanting to do the Build Back Better bill next week, and they want to do it. They were talking about doing a fourth COVID fucking stimulus. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind, guys? Anyway, all right, cool. So anyway, Kelly, back to Peloton.
I think, yeah. I think during World War II, didn't they just like burn their money because it was like worthless?
Yeah, the subscription. Everyone's like, well, they're subscription based. They're subscription. I'm like, yeah, but fuck, they're still trying to get people to sign up. Must be having trouble there too. So the demand is definitely slowing down. So
The
definitely
offering,
it's popped here on great volume. Like just looking at the chart,
I
like it's
mean,
popped on great volume.
so the offering's at $46.
Oof.
So
So
that's like weird.
so that's why it went. I don't know. I would just like, hey, make sure it holds this 46 level. That's what I would want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. This could definitely be a swing long on a gap fill play up though. Right. If not, even just back to the top of the bottom of the gap, the top of the bottom of the gap, which is seems like it's about 63, 2 ish. Even if you want to just play like another 8 to 10 point move from there, you can. You don't have to play the whole entire gap fill. Okay, cool. So hopefully that helped, Kelly. If you get a chance, Topher says PRTY. PRTY.
Oh, wait, it has yet to return to market.
Wait, who?
Peloton.
Oh, Peloton. Wait, they're completely. Wait.
I says it has also dealt with the fallout from a recall fight with U.S. regulators, which led to the company in May to halt sales of Tread Plus treadmill.
Yeah, the treadmill.
Oh, the Tread Plus treadmill. The product is yet to return to market.
Yeah, they had to recall all those.
I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where, I mean, I'd have to understand the company a little bit more, like it's subscription based and stuff, but I think, I mean, people have to have it be subscription, right? To like get the
Yeah,
subscription.
they have to have their product to have the subscription.
Okay, cool. So I mean, I feel then it's like more of like a story of kind of like a GoPro, right? Because that's what kind of like fucked up GoPro was that they just pretty much had one product. So
Yeah, that's why GoPro's like $10, is it? It's like 9 now.
no, GoPro was like a big.
It was
deal.
huge.
Yeah, watch. All right,
It's 11 now, right on.
Let me show you.
But if you go, yeah, just go back.
All right.
No, you can't zoom back, huh? Jesus.
Let's go to TrendSpider. No, I feel like it's like a GoPro situation.
Yeah. Justin, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fill up my water real quick.
All right. Yeah, I see when they first came out, they were like a lot. Yeah, 87. Then they dropped all the way down to $2. Yep, this GoPro is another one. Let's see. Right, has a gap fill up to 20. Formed a double bottom on a 1-day candle chart. Let's check that out. Nice. Do they have products out? I mean, that's a solid bottom for sure, right off the POC line. Bouncing off the 100. Yeah, I say this is a good one, Trey. Because you just draw support right here. That's where it's been bouncing. Look at their Tesla holdings. It's insane. So they own it. So they own a lot of Tesla. I mean, it's on a solid support right here. I mean, 1, 2, 3 foot is the fourth time it's bounced there. I can only see. I mean, it makes sense for it to bounce up. A lot of shares of EV companies. Oh, interesting. So are they so like an ETF essentially? Oh, okay, cool. I mean, yeah, if you want to play that, it's on a solid support. It's on a breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4 times it's been tested. And then I would draw my first resistance probably right here at 571. And then a POC line, which would be 570. So 571 and 57 or 580. And then how I would get that is right here underneath this wick. If you guys look at that. So on a way up, I'm going to see like what was the resistance before. It's kind of like the opposite of like finding the high. I'm going to find the closest area of resistance to me. I'm not, obviously you can look right here. It had some resistance breaking out of that. But once we break out of there, it would be here. And then you can look back here. It's finding resistance off of that. So that's pretty much how you find resistance is you just go back a little bit, find where it would be, and it pretty much just shows you. So it bounced off of this wick, bouncing off of this wick, and then we'll bounce off of here at 571. It'd be a good area to take profit, an area I would take profit, but we have these volume shelves, which are showing it's a strong area of support. So we could get all the way to 590 area, or at the top of this volume shelf at least, which would be 583. Yeah, I mean, it's bouncing off of the 100. If it can get bought up here and reverses. Yeah, if it stays over the 100 and reverses, and definitely, I want the MACD to start curling a little bit more though. Accumulation to come up. Yeah, I want probably like a little bit more confirmation on it. Because on the daily, it looks a little drippy and you have the MACD curling a little bit. Before a day trade, it looks potentially you can get a nice little scalp to like 570 to 590-ish. If you wanted to try to get into a day trade, it has some good volume coming in. Yeah, 567. Cool. Does anybody have any other questions? Let's see. Kevin Smith. 2 questions with the stock charts. Do you ever use the bullish MACD crossovers or the bearish MACD crossover under predefined scans? Ever use the sector?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
We really just wanted the drugs, didn't you?
Hey.
God damn it. All right. 2 questions, stock charts. Do you ever use the bullish MACD crossovers or the bearish MACD crossover under predefined scans to find which stock has the most volume to play the next day? I do not ever use the sector perf charts to see which sectors are down and look at the trend of each stock within the sector, see which stocks hasn't completely followed others in the sector and played that.
No, but that sounds like a decent thing to do.
I mean, both of those, yeah, look good. I mean, I definitely look at sectors. Like if I see stocks that are down or up within a certain sector or industry, I go to that industry for sure. And I'll look through that. I'll mostly use FinViz for that though. but it looks like it's working for you. For sure. Appreciate looking into it. 515 entry. Yeah, you can look at 533 and 515 looks good. 533 just in case. PRTY. Why? Just kidding. Party City, baby. Okay, MACD cross. Get some volume.
All right. Hey, I've actually got to head out, guys. I have a happy hour meeting with some colleagues I need to meet with.
Cool.
But Jay Banks will take over from here. Hopefully this helped, guys. If you have any questions, shoot me a message in the Discord. I will be accessible from that. But other than that, I got to run. Justin, thanks.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. I'll see y'all bright and early tomorrow on the pre-market.
See ya. All right, so DCGO, yeah, I've been seeing that. I know that's like some of the bigger names on FinTwit are talking about it. SPAC, I don't really know exactly what it is, but SPACs can be hot. Honestly, it's on the NAV at 10. I mean, if they're pushing it, we could see it fly higher. It just really depends. I mean, if you're DD and you have conviction on it for sure, I mean, you know, the NAV is 10. We had a drop to 8. Let's see, looking at it. I mean, it looks bullish looking on the 1 hour. Yeah, as long as it stays above this level, we can see definitely a leg higher. I mean, at least to $12 or $13. That's usually where you can get them to, at least, especially with the bigger eyes onto it. Mobile Dog takes insurance. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they have the good numbers and everything. We've seen other SPACs be hot. SPACs are always a gamble though, so, but it's definitely riding on the support on the POC, on the VWAP. So we could get a leg higher if we do get some more volume into it. Yeah, so that's pretty much just what you want to watch for. So if you just start seeing a bunch of volume come into it, then yeah, you could probably take a position and ride it, since it's right on the NAV at 10. Would be a good risk to reward. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, yeah. Volume's definitely one thing to look for to see. Yeah, you can't. I mean, even if something's at a good entry or at a super bottom, if there's no volume, then stock's not going to run. It's what a lot of people, fail to realize. There's a bunch of charts that look good. There's a bunch of charts that are bottomed out. But if you don't have a good, if you just no volume there, then obviously it's not going to run. No problem. Cool. Does anybody have anything else? If not, I'm going to go eat. I hope everyone has a good night. Are you rescalping or being put say as there an IPO? No price. No problem, Kevin. For getting in and out. So I pretty much just took profits when I saw fit. Because let's see. Because I didn't want to stay in it for too long because it still looked really strong to me. So, I took them a little bit right here and I sold about right here. So, I mean, it still looked super strong to me. I didn't really want to mess with it too much. I like to take profits, especially on something that I have something that's like a crazy runner, an IPO. I don't really have all this like price history with it. So I just took profits fairly quickly. I was in and I was out. So, and I was sized pretty heavily. I was in 100 contracts. So I just wanted to get in, make some profit, and then get right out. No problem, Kelly. So I think it's just pretty much one of those risk rewards. You know, I was risking a lot. So my reward, I just wanted, obviously a small move granted my reward to be a lot. So that's another way that you can do less is more, is if you have more capital, you can put more capital towards a higher conviction and then just ride that small move. And then you just make a lot of money. Right. Because if you have, I mean, say you put a $50,000, you know, or $100,000 down, you get a 5%, 10% move, you know, that's $5,000, $10,000 off of a high conviction move. Same with 50,000, you know, it's $2,500 and 5, obviously. So once you start to know charts, and then once you start to have more capital and you have more, you know, higher conviction, and you can add, you know, you can use a lot more capital for a shorter move, which makes it a little bit easier. But obviously when it turns on you, it fucking sucks because then you're just like, you're red fast, quick, and it's bloody. But if you hold through, and then you're good. Like when I first took the put, I was red. I was like thousands red, but I just held because I knew it was going to go. And then eventually I got green. No problem, Trey. Thank you. Cool. I hope that answered everybody's questions. I will see everybody in the morning. Have a good night. Get some rest, and we'll kill it tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night.